Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit was released on the 7th of August 2024 and is a game based on the short story Into the Pit from the Fazbear Frights book series. The game follows Oswald, or Oz for short, as he is left at Jeff's pizzeria by his dad, and frustrated by his dad being late to pick him up, he decides to play a prank on him by hiding in the pizzeria's disused ball pit. Unknown to Oz, the ball pit actually takes him back in time to the year 1987. Oz meets two kids, Mike and Chip, who he quickly befriends and plays with them for a while. During hide and seek, however, a disturbance is heard and Oz comes back to the main dining area to see Springtrap has arrived and is attacking anyone nearby. After following Springtrap into the party room and narrowly escaping by running back to the ball pit, Oz finds his dad waiting for him. When he comes over to talk to Oz, Springtrap jumps out and drags Dad into the ball pit, but Oz saves him just in time. However, he is now possessed by Springtrap, as evidenced by the glowing white-blue eyes. The first thing in the game you'll likely notice is that the pixel art in the game is amazingly done, as it's all very detailed and the sprite animations are very fluid, whether it be in a cutscene or through general gameplay. And this is especially apparent within the game's cutscenes, where the animations just take on a whole new life of their own. The only complaint I have is that some of the human characters do seem to look a bit weird in this art style, but that is probably just a minor nitpick of my own doing. The main gameplay loop of the game is spent in both the present day and the past, looking for items to solve puzzles to save other kids and also save Oz's dad. Or to escape from Springtrap and the animatronics, because sometimes they will block your progress. The game isn't very long, however, as it clocks in roughly at 2 to 5.5 hours on your first playthrough. However, there are multiple different endings that you can get depending on your actions within the game, which adds some nice replayability to it. And one of the main game mechanics is technically playing hide and seek, which was tutorialized when Oz meets Mike and Chip back in 1987. And this is done by hiding in different places when an animatronic is around. When hiding, if there is a chance that you can get caught, then a brief minigame will play in order to keep Oz hidden and safe. These minigames are pretty easy and only require pressing certain keys when prompted, or holding down the spacebar to hold your breath. One hiding minigame is a bit of a pain, however, as when Springtrap is looking for you under a table, if he is chasing you, then the button prompt will flash up very quickly, and you have less than 2 seconds to press it before getting a game over. And this can go by really fast, so if you're not prepared for it, it feels very unfair. Into the Pit itself is very narrative driven, with a lot of text to read, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Now, I haven't read the original story this game was based on, so I can't tell how accurate the game is to the story. But the game's story is very simple, but it also seems just a bit average to me personally. But that doesn't detract from the tense experience, as whilst the plot points aren't anything special, they do a decent job of setting up some puzzles and giving you motivation as Oz to find his missing dad. Otherwise, it's go to the past, into the ball pit, find a kid, rescue the kid, get a little bit closer each and every step to finding your dad and rescuing him. Other than that, there is no real plot per se, so if you're a big fan of just a linear plot that is very step by step and very basic, while still giving you at least some decent gameplay to go with it, then this is all up your alley, I would say. Overall, Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit does a way better job of being a horror game than any of the other FNAF games. The atmosphere and tension in trying to avoid the animatronics while solving puzzles is genuinely unnerving. As a result, This game is the only game in the FNAF franchise that feels like a true horror experience, and it doesn't solely rely on cheap jump scares. It's not the best game ever made, but it's definitely a good game, and I would suggest at least checking it out if you are interested in horror games in general. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate the game a solid 8 out of 10 for being a decent horror experience from Megacat Studios. They have done a wonderful job of translating literature into an art form that you can interact with in a weirdest way of saying video games ever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys next time. Hello there, and thank you for watching. I'm Streetbag Guy, and I hope you enjoyed this game review of Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit. I want to give a big shout out to Megacat Studios for providing me with a Steam key for the game so that I can make this review. It's a bit different from my other content, but I've had a lot of fun editing it together, and I thought it would spice the YouTube channel up a bit more than just posting speedruns all the time. So if you want me to make more content other than speedruns, or maybe even more game reviews in the future like this, please do let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Ignore the typical YouTube outro comment, but you know how the algorithm works. Once again, I've been Streetbag Guy, and thank you for checking out the video.